Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a what I ate today, sharing with you guys what I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and late night snack, plus lots and lots of water. So let's go ahead and get started. I start every day with a liquid IV. This has been my new must-have in my diet. I no longer drink coffee because of this and I stay super hydrated. Plus liquid IV has a bunch of vitamins and B12 is one that really stuck out to me, and I drink a lot of water, so this will be water number one. But like I was mentioning, there's lots of vitamins in liquid IV, and when I saw B12, that really stuck out to me because I don't get a lot of that in my diet, so super happy about that. So the one I'm drinking today is the energy one, which is the perfect coffee replacer. So I've been loving this energy multiplier, and Johnny's also been obsessed with it too. So I just mix that with my straw and then drink up. And then it's not too long before I quickly finish that, and then I'm on to my second drink of the day. Now I don't know if it's because of liquid IV, but I've been drinking so much water now lately, and I definitely drink about 32 ounces before I even consider breakfast. And for today, after I drank these, I made these Pillsbury Funfetti pancakes. These were so gross, you guys, but I made them because my boyfriend Johnny eats like a 5-year-old. He loves all the sugary, gross things. So I made these for us, and it tastes like birthday cake for breakfast. And you know, if that's your thing, go ahead and do that. But that is just not my thing. I did not enjoy these birthday pancakes. So I made Johnny 4 pancakes, and he had his butter and syrup and some almond milk with it, and then I made myself 3, and I put just a little bit of butter and just a little bit of syrup. I use like barely any syrup because I don't like it super sweet. And so after breakfast, I'm on to my 3rd glass of water. And then for lunch, I made Johnny a Caesar salad. This was literally so easy. It was just one of those basic salad kits from the grocery store, and just throw everything together and there you go. You got a Caesar salad. So that was for Johnny, that's his favorite. And for myself, I am making a veggie sandwich for lunch. Veggie sandwich has always been my favorite go-to lunch meal. It's just so stinking good. So you're gonna need your bread, cucumber, lettuce, onion, provolone cheese, Italian dressing, mayo, mustard, salt, pepper, and oregano leaves, or seasoning, oregano seasoning. So I'm going to start by cutting some onions very thinly, as thin as you can, because you don't want thick pieces of onion in your sandwich. And now I'm going to spread on some mayo, and then throw on my onions. So it kind of has something to stick to, the mayo, so they don't slide out of my sandwich or anything. Next, I'm gonna cut up my cucumber. I cut 5 thin slices, and then lay those right on top of the onions. And now I'm adding 2 slices of provolone cheese, which is my favorite for sandwiches. And for the lettuce, you wanna grab a big thing of lettuce and then squeeze it so it's kind of more flat and flexible, and then put that right on top. I'm putting a little bit of mayo on the other slice of bread and then topping it off with some mustard. This part is a little hard to see, but I'm cracking on some salt, pepper, and oregano on the side of the mustard, so it sticks to the sandwich. And then afterwards, I'm going to fill the cap of the Italian dressing. I love a good oil and vinegar kind of dressing, and I'm going to just spill that right on top of the lettuce and also the other side of the bread, and then squeeze that down and then cut it diagonally, and there you go. You got yourself a veggie sandwich. This would be even better if you add pepperoncinis to it. Oh my gosh, I'm drooling thinking about it. It's so good. And to go with my lunch, I'm filling up my glass for the 4th time today. And ta-da, here is my lunch. I have some sour cream and onion ruffles with some French onion dip on the side, and a little cutie for dessert after my lunch. I do have a sweet tooth, but not the same kind of sweet tooth that Johnny has. I love natural sweet things like fruits and stuff. Johnny loves candy sweetness. And we are now on to my 5th glass of water for today. So now moving on to dinner, we're doing broccoli, potatoes, and chicken. Chicken is for Johnny. I'm having the broccoli and potatoes, but we're starting with the broccoli, so I'm just going to cut these up and, have these little broccoli florets. Wait, is that what it's called? I don't even know. I'm just going to rip them apart here at this point. And then I'm going to put them in a bowl, add some olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic, and just mix that together. And then I'm going to place those on a baking sheet, and I think I bake them at maybe 350 or 375 for maybe 20 minutes. I have no idea right now, but something like that. And then I'm going to start on the potatoes. Originally, I was going to make mashed potatoes, but I didn't have anything for gravy, so instead, I'm making my famous breakfast potatoes. My sisters, Johnny, they love when I make this. It's just so good. Kind of reminds me of like the Taco Bell potatoes a little bit. You're just going to cut your potatoes in little cubes and put it on a stove with some oil, and we'll season them a little later. Now moving on to the chicken. Oh, I hate touching chicken, it's so gross. I'm going to season it with some garlic powder, salt and pepper, of course, a little Italian seasoning, and I'm adding that to both sides of the chicken and kind of just massaging that seasoning in. And I'm jumping back over to the potatoes just to kind of mix them around, just so they cook evenly. So I'll leave that there for a second. I'm going to, in another pan, add some butter and olive oil, and this is gonna be for the chicken. I was like super multitasking during this video. So once that like melts down, or while that melts down, I'm going to add the seasonings to my breakfast potatoes. I'm adding salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, and a little bit of cayenne. So good, gives it a little kick. So now the other pan is ready to go. I'm going to lay down the chicken in there, and I am following a recipe, so I'll leave that linked below if you guys want to follow this exact recipe. You want to let each side cook evenly, and I'm also letting the potatoes cook. One thing, look at, I've never done this before. I was so proud of myself, but one thing that makes these potatoes like extra good is that you let them get a little crispy. So leave them in longer than you think. Now I'm chopping up some onions. We'll save that for later. It's for the creamy mushroom sauce that we're gonna use for the chicken. So I'm just prepping that right now. And normally for my breakfast potatoes, I would actually cook them even longer so they're even crispier, but I kind of needed the pan for the next step. So I went ahead and took those off the stove, and I put in those onions that we just cut up and a little bit of oil, let those kind of saute, get a little translucent. I'm also going to add some garlic in there, some like minced garlic, and then salt and pepper. So this recipe that I'm following for the creamy mushroom chicken, Johnny actually found on Pinterest and he wanted me to try it out. And the actual recipe called for real mushrooms and just milk, but I didn't have real mushrooms, but I had cream of mushroom soup. So I did that and added some almond milk to it and then Parmesan, and it turned out, oh my gosh, this sauce was delicious. I'm definitely gonna make it again this way, like with the cream of mushroom. I'm adding a little bit of milk so it's a little creamy, not so thick. So it's just nice and creamy. So once that's nice and warmed up, we can throw in the cooked chicken like so, and just kind of let that get warm and cheesy and good together. And this is what Johnny's plate looked like with the chicken. I wish I had like fresh herbs to top off the chicken. It would have looked way better. The breakfast potatoes and then some broccoli. Here's what my plate looks like. I know, not as like cool looking as Johnny's. I only have the potatoes and broccoli, but it was so good and I was so full from this. And of course, you know, gotta have some more water. And I did end up taking a little bit of that creamy mushroom sauce and ate it with my broccoli and potatoes. You guys, it was so good. After dinner, I'm moving on to my 6th cup of water for today. And then after dinner, we decided to have a little movie night. We watched Tenet, and of course we had to have some popcorn with our movie night. And I love making popcorn like this because I love making myself air popcorn, which is popcorn that you pop that has no oil, no butter, no salt. It's just plain boring popcorn. And the reason I make myself air popcorn is because I always share my popcorn with Zoe and she can eat this. And I split this like batch into 2 so I can add like the butter, sugar, and salt and all that. Sugar, why did I say sugar? I can add the butter and salt for Johnny so he can have like his movie theater popcorn while me and Zoe have this plain air popcorn. I think it's still very good. So I'm pouring in some butter for Johnny's popcorn, adding some salt, and then this like cheesy seasoning that he's obsessed with. I thought I put a lot, but he actually wanted more than what I put here. So mixing that up and giving that to Johnny, and then we're gonna watch our movie. And of course, I'm still drinking more water. So here's my popcorn, and then here is Johnny's. So during the movie, I had my 7th glass of water, and then after the movie, I finished off the night with my 8th glass of water, which I think, I could be wrong, but I think that equals a gallon of water that I drank throughout the whole day. So that was it for this What I Ate Today video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!